On this episode of the Tequila Hombre, we're going to be taking a look at Juan Lobo Tequila and doing a review right here on the Tequila Hombre coming up next. Welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre. I am the Tequila Hombre, and today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of Juan Lobo Tequila. It is out of, excuse me. It is out of NOM 1414. So let's go a little bit real quick about the owner. This is, is it considered a celebrity tequila? That's one of the things that people said, well, there's always Juan Lobo. It's a celebrity tequila. So let's talk about the owner of this brand a little bit. His name is John Wolf, okay? So John Wolf in Spanish is Juan Lobo. Okay, so John Wolf is a country western singer. He's a singer-songwriter out of Austin, Texas. Tours the country, playing honky tonks and bars and small venues and stuff, playing country music. I've listened to some of his music when I was researching everything about this, and some of it's actually really good. I enjoy some of his songs. But I spent some time as a country western country DJ, radio DJ, and of course I was a wedding and event DJ where I played a lot of country music and stuff, and I had never heard of him. So while he may be considered a celebrity, excuse me, he's not like a huge celebrity. He's not like The Rock, or not like Sammy Hagar or anything like that. But I guess, if you want to call him a celebrity, he can be called a celebrity. So what basically happened is all of his friends, called him Juan Lobo, John Wolf. It was a nickname he got, and he is a tequila lover and decided he wanted to go and create a brand and wanted to do it right. And so then he stumbled on to the right people, which is the Vivancos at 1414, and work with them to create Juan Lobo. So now we'll talk a little bit about the production, how this tequila is made. It is made, of course, at 1414. Sergio Cruz is the master distiller. They use 6-year-old agave for this with a 2-inch penca on it, which 2-inch penca means they leave a little bit of the leaf on it. So they did a 2-inch penca on this, okay? They took those 6-year-old agave, they threw them in a brick oven and cooked them in a brick oven. When it was done cooking, they then crushed them using a roller mill and with the target bricks of 12 bricks. So then after they were done with crushing it in the roller mill, they then went into the stainless steel fermentation tanks where they used a proprietary blend of yeast that they created just for this brand. So it's not the normal, champagne yeast or the normal wild yeast or whatever that they use at Vivanco for some of their other stuff. It is a proprietary blend of yeast that they created just for this brand. Okay, so then after it was done fermenting, then they distilled it twice in copper pot stills, and they only took the high cuts on distillation. So that's the way Sergio explained it to me. So they took like the higher part of the cuts. They didn't go deep into the tails or anything like that with it. So it's pretty true. It should have pretty true agave flavor to it. And then it's bottled. The Blanco's bottled at 40% alcohol by volume. A nice label on it. They did a good job. They do a good job on the marketing. The website looks good and stuff too. I have had the Blanco before. I tasted it when I was at the distillery, hanging out with Sergio Cruz and Sergio Vivanco. So I have had this before. Full disclosure, I haven't had the Repo and the Añejo. Those will be the first time we'll be tasting them. I'll be doing that live here with you guys here in just a minute. So let's not waste any more time, though. Let's jump right into the Blanco and see what we got going on here. So I will open it up. This is a brand new bottle. We do this. I have this on ferment and still. I don't remember the pricing offhand. Sorry, guys. But when I tried it in Mexico, I'm like, this stuff's good. We'll add it to ferment and still. The Blanco is really good. I didn't try the Repo and the Añejo, but Normally, if the Blanco's good, I mean, like I always tell everybody, when you start off with a good Blanco, the Repo and the Anejo are only going to be good too, right? Unless they overoak it, which I don't think Sergio would ever allow that to happen, or the Vivancos. All right, so looking at this in the glass, coats the glass beautifully. Look at that, the legs and tears just oozing down the glass. Has a nice viscosity to it. Looks great. Looking at the tequila itself, it is crystal clear. Little hints of silver flashing off of it. Looks beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sweet cinnamon and baking spices coming from that agave. Little hints of vanilla coming through on it. Definitely fruitiness. Like citrus, orange citrus. It's got a nice floral-esque kind of nose to it as well. It's on the floral side. It smells good. It smells really good. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I'm missing out. Cinnamon, sweet cinnamon, baking spices. Definitely a citrus. It's very light and effervescent. Very, very light and very nice. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats the mouth nicely. Beautiful cinnamon, baking spices. Little hint of citrus in there. And that's about it, but it's good. So this isn't super complex, but it's full of like the basic flavors. I mean, so very enjoyable, easy to drink. Definitely something that you could sip and enjoy. It's not a whole lot to it, but it's good. So it's simple. It's like like Lalo is, where you can sit and drink it for a long time and enjoy it, and it would be tasty and good. Definitely enjoyable. I could sit and enjoy this. It's not good. So how would I rate this? It's not horrible. It's not amazing. So I'd give this one 4 agave. I'd recommend it. It's very easy to drink, very enjoyable. Very good. It's just not super complex to hit a 5 rating on it. So I give this one 4. It's good. It's very enjoyable. I could sit and drink this thing here all day. I could enjoy a good cigar with it. It's got lots of agave flavor there, but it's like pure agave. There's nothing else to it, which is good. Pure agave is good, right? It's that cinnamon, just loads of like sweet cinnamon and baking spices. Tad hint of fruit in it, but that's it. It's like it's good. It's All right. So now we'll look at the reposado. Reposado means rested in Spanish, for those of you that don't know that. So this is rested in a barrel for 8 months. And they're Jack Daniel's barrels. One never used, before Jack Daniel's barrels. So fresh from Jack Daniel's. They weren't previously used for tequila. So it's one time used for tequila. Jack Daniel's barrels. And I know the price on this is actually pretty reasonable, where this could be easily someone's everyday sipper and very enjoyable. It's I'm trying to remember what the price is. I can look it up. Let me look it up real quick. I think it was like 39, 40, 49.99 or 42.99, 42.99, which is very reasonable for a good quality Blanco. Let me see. Let me look real quick. Sorry, I should have had that stuff ready for you guys. Here we go. It is $45.99. $45.99, which this is a good one for that price. That's a good price. So I would enjoy. When I'm done drinking this one, I'll buy another one. All right. So looking at the Reposado. Reposado. Coats the glass nicely. Look at that. Nice viscosity to it. Tears and just starting to form on it. Legs and tears. Look at that right there. Looking at it in the glass, it is a light straw color. Crystal clear. Looks beautiful. Looks like a good Reposado should. So let's see what we get on the nose on this. I definitely get the nice baking spices and cinnamon, the cooked agave. Just a slight hint of vanilla and caramel in it. Not a whole lot. Has a little essence of pear coming through on it, fruit. And a little slight hint of cherry mixed in there as well. It smells good. It smells good, but it's very light. It's not like, slap you in the face with all kinds of notes and stuff on the nose on it. It's very light, which light sometimes is good, especially in the summer when you want something that's light and you want to sit and drink for a while, whatever. This would be really good. So let's see what it tastes like. Cinnamon, baking spices, slight hint of pear coming through, light vanilla, light caramel, very non-intrusive, easy drinking. It's a nice Reposado. I think people will enjoy this. It's very light, very easy to drink. When people say they want something that's, smooth, this is like the epitome of smooth. It's just, you could sit out in the backyard with a cigar, watching football or baseball or whatever sport it is you like, and you could sip this and it would not wear out your palate to the point where you need to drink something else. You can sit and drink this all day. It's good. It's not super good. So how would I rate this? I'd give it a 4 agave too, but it's kind of like, the bottom of the 4 scale. It's not a, oh my God, this is so great, you got to go out and grab some. This is very enjoyable. I recommend it. People will enjoy the flavor profile of it. It's not overwhelming at all. Easy. It's an all day sipper. It's an all day sipper. I mean, that's the best way to kind of explain it. It's an all day sipper. Very good. All right. I take this over a lot of other stuff in the store any day. I think that one's $52.99 for the Repo, which is very reasonable. All right, so now we have the Anejo. The Anejo, they did a little different thing on it. It's aged for 23 months in Jack Daniel's barrels, and they put a char on the barrels for this one. So they didn't put a char on the barrels. They toasted the barrels before. So these are once Jack Daniel's used Jack Daniel's barrels that haven't been used before. So they're new Jack Daniel's barrels that they toasted at the distillery So they didn't put a toast on the Blanco or the Reposado ones, just these. And it sat for 23 months in these barrels. The Blanco did. All right. So looking at this one in the glass, coats the glass beautifully. You can see the legs and tears starting to form on it. It's kind of a nice viscosity to it as well. You can see there they go, right there. And then looking at the color on it, it's like a light amber color to it. Looks beautiful, crystal clear. Nothing wrong with that at all. Start tasting with your eyes first, right? So I'm already like salivating. It already looks good. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. All right, there we go. There's a little substance on this one. The Repo is good in the fact that, you know, if you like a Repo where the agave is the king and there's not much of the barrel influence, but just a little bit in there, that matches that perfectly. There's not a whole lot of barrel in there. Agave is still present, light barrel. It's and it's super easy to drink. It doesn't burn or anything like that. This one, I am definitely picking up the agave, definitely cinnamon and baking spices up front. It's got a sweet cherry kind of note to it as well. Vanilla, caramel, and hints of chocolate coming through on it as well. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile on this. Cinnamon, baking spices, followed by a hint of cherry coming through, and like even like plum. And then it goes into a vanilla, followed by some caramel with little hints of like cocoa nibs. So like dark chocolate nibs kind of mixed in with it. It's good. It's nice and new. Very nice. Mind-blowing, life-changing añejo? No, not at all. But it's very easy to drink. Non-obtrusive, super enjoyable. Sitting in the backyard with a cigar with a bunch of friends for several hours, you could drink this and feel good about it and have a good flavor in your mouth, but not be like overwhelmed by flavor like some other more robust añejos. So how would I rate this? I'd give this one 4 agave too. 4 agave across the board. It's more of like a low 4 for me. But it's good. I'd recommend all of these. If somebody said, hey, if Juan Lobo is a tequila you recommend, is it good? I would definitely say, yeah, grab some. If you're looking for, you know, a trip to Flavor Town, you're not going to get it with this. This is kind of just a middle of the road, beautiful flavors, but you know, you can sit down, pick a guitar with your friends and drink this stuff until you turn blue, and you'll enjoy it, and it won't cause your palate to wear out where you have to change to something else, you know, type of thing. I could sit and watch football on a Sunday during football season and drink this stuff all day long with cigars and literally finish off probably a bottle in a day. It's good. It's good, and it's easy to drink. It's just not life-changing, which I tried. I like to look for stuff that's kind of life-changing where it's like, wow, you know, this stuff's really good. I get super excited about. This isn't going to get to that level, but it's good. So if you were thinking about it, wondering whether you should, yeah, why not? I mean, it's a good everyday sipper type of tequila. All right, so there you go. There's my review. What do you guys think? Any comments or questions from the members? Let's go check in with them and see what they say. Yes, I was. I said I was first on the comments. That's why he said, "Hey Brooks, how are you? Hey Andy, how you doing? Hey Todd, glad you could make it." So, any questions or comments on this tequila from you guys? Anything else you want to know about it, or Sounds like the line is priced accordingly. Sounds like a solid brand. Yeah, it's definitely solid for the price. Yeah, you definitely it's an everyday sipper. I mean, really, when people want to look for something that they could sip every day, this is an everyday sipper. It's the type of tequila that will make an excellent everyday sipper, something you can pull out with the friends, and you know that it won't, cause them to go like, what is this or anything, because it's not too different. It's just really enjoyable. Not too complex at all, very simple, but all the flavors are clean and crisp, and then they're there. I mean, it hits all the flavor marks that you look for in a good tequila. No burn, easy to drink, no additives, but just a really good basic tequila. That's all. Did you say they left a bit more leaf on the piña? What aspect of flavors were they aiming for? No, normally when they do it, they leave some of the pinca on anyways. It's not anything different. It's just they just did a 2-inch pinca on it. It's nothing. But the pinca, when you see a cooked agave, the corazon, the heart of it is the flat area, that you can eat that without worrying about the fibers, where the penca is the part where it's fibrous. And so it adds more sugars and stuff to it. It can give them more fermentables and stuff. It doesn't really, affect the flavor where they say we want to add, more penca for a certain flavor note or anything. It's just has to do with getting bricks and stuff. Was it high? It is Highland. It's from Arandas, so it's not from their estate. 6-year-old agave. No, it doesn't. No, that's a false thing. No, leaving more penca on it doesn't cause leaving a lot of penca on it can cause a bitter taste. But when you're talking a 2-inch penca, that's nothing. That's a typical Hema on agave. It's not more. There's not more than what a normal agave would have on it. No, if they leave like a longer, you'll see sometimes like for the diffuser places, they'll leave a longer penca on it than that. But a 2-inch is nothing. That's just a normal Hema normally. Does recharring the JD barrel increase the potential sweetness to the aged tequila? No, it'll bring out more of the chocolate, vanilla-esque kind of flavors from it. So yeah, it'll add a little bit of more of the barrel sweetness to it. It releases more of the sugars. It caramelizes the sugars in the barrel, so releases more of those. Assuming there was a whole lot left after the JD production, so. But it also acts as a filtration. So when you char a barrel, you're creating charcoal inside the barrel. So it acts as a charcoal filter, and it can make it so the tequila's more mellow, and it can, make it so it's milder, because it's like charcoal filtering it when they do that, when they char it like that. So people don't know that, but basically when you char a barrel, it's like charcoal filtering, on the inside. It's not, as hardcore as when they're doing full blown multiple level charcoal filtering, but it's very similar in that it will filter out some of the stuff from the tequila as it passes in and out of the wood in the barrel. So, but it can release a little more caramelization of the sugars that are in the wood. So it can cause it to have a more vanilla and chocolate-esque flavors. Personally, I'm more of a toasted, and I think they said toasted. They didn't say charred. So this was toasted, which means they heat the wood up to draw some more of the oils and stuff out of it. They didn't char it. They toasted it. And so there's a difference. Toasting it, you just kind of releases more of the oil, so it gets more of a nutty flavor and stuff from it. It can also, bring you the vanilla and the caramel stuff, but it's not as won't impart any smoke like charring can do. sometimes like bourbon, when they char the inside of a barrel, it will impart a smokiness on the tequila. And so that's what charring a barrel may do too. When somebody says, "Oh, I taste a little smoke in there," when they're talking about tequila, it's probably because it was aged and they taste it because it was a charred barrel. All right, is that it? Any other questions? Good questions though, guys. Thank you. All right, that's it. So for agave across the board for all of it, it's a good tequila, very solid. I recommend it. If somebody asks me, "Hey, hombre, should I buy it?" Yes, it is a yes. You'll enjoy it. It's very easy to drink. It would be a perfect everyday sipper for somebody. All right, so four agaves across the board, and like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So if you picked up Juan Lobo Tequila, any of the expressions, you'll be doing good. So, see you guys on Friday. Bye.